This tutorial will show you from start to finish how to make the Mini Zipper Wallet by Spunky Stitches. You will need vinyl for the inside and outside of the wallet, tearaway stabilizer, a 5x7 hoop, scissors, small thread snipping scissors, a zipper that is 5 inches or longer, a lobster claw D-ring or a split ring, one set of cam snaps, an awl, and cam snap pliers. Optional items are a rotary cutter, a lighter, fray block, and hemostats. I print out the design from the editing software and I mark the measurements for each piece I'm going to need. I usually add about a ½ inch to each edge. That way there'll be plenty of overhang but still have minimal waste. I use printed vinyl for the outside and pocket pieces, and plain marine vinyl for the inside liner piece. You can use any kind of vinyl you choose. The bottom piece measures 5 inches by 4 3/4 inches, and the top piece is 1 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. The two pockets measure 2 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches each. I first cut the pockets as one piece measuring 4½ inches by 4 3/4 inches. Then I cut it in half, that way the design carries throughout. The leftover piece will be used in other projects. The liner piece measures 7 inches by 4 3/4 inches. This one happens to be a little bit over. The zipper measures 7 inches. I'm using a 5x7 hoop for this project. I cut my stabilizer to 8x10 so that I don't waste any stabilizer. As I put the stabilizer in the hoop, I pull up on the corners to make sure it's tight. Once I push down, I will push the rim of the hoop upwards to make sure the stabilizer is tight. I have the pattern file loaded in the machine. The first step is the placement line for the lobster claw D-ring. Place the loop part about ½ inch outside the line. Tape down the hardware part. Next is the zipper placement stitch out. I cut out a portion of the ribbon to reduce the bulk underneath the zipper. In order to prevent the zipper from coming off the end, I place the metal clip inside the placement line. Make sure to place it 1/4 of an inch inside the placement line. That way the pressure foot or the needle does not hit it. If you are not comfortable with this placement, place the metal clip outside the placement line. Make sure the zipper is lined up straight between the placement lines and tape down both ends. Stitch the zipper tack down stitch. Next, I place the top and bottom pieces for the front side of the wallet. I use a light spray of tacky spray glue. I make sure the design of the vinyl matches up. I line the edges over the stitch lines, but not too close to the zipper teeth. Press down firmly to secure in place. You can use tape over the edges instead of spray glue. I trim the hanging threads so they don't hang out of the wallet when it's finished. I singe them with a lighter. I cut the stabilizer away from the zipper so I'll be able to get into the pocket. Make sure not to cut through the stitching at the end with the lobster claw. Before I proceed, I make sure I open the zipper. If not, I will not be able to get into the zipper compartment later on. While spraying the tacky glue on the next vinyl piece, I make sure to only spray on the non-zipper half. You can tape the corners instead of spray glue. I make sure the pattern on the pockets match up and also they are facing the same direction as the front piece. Although there are sewn guidelines for the pocket placement, I measure 3/4 of an inch from the center line to the top of the pocket, and this time I only use tape to secure the vinyl. It is important to get all the stabilizer out of the corners as well. I cut the straight edges 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch away from the stitching line using the rotary cutter. While I'm using the ruler, I only cut along the edge up to the lobster claw and continue after with the rotary cutter. Then I fold the lobster claw over and cut the rest of the material off and repeat the process for the other side. These are going to be used as strap pieces for D-rings on other projects. When cutting with scissors, I always move the project, not the scissors. I always keep my project tight up into the blades and cut with the back of the scissors, not the tip. I use cam snaps and the hand pliers. I fold over the flap and make an indentation to know where to place the other cam snap. The male part goes on the tab. The female part goes on the pocket side with the cap inside the zipper pocket. I use a little bit of fray block at the ends of the zippers so they don't fray. This is how I make the mini zipper wallet from Spunky Stitches. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you on the next one. Keep your needle in a stack.